a harrowing journey from Afghan professor to U.S. asylum seeker. Khan, a respected university professor in Afghanistan, had dedicated his life to educating young minds and advocating for human rights. His work, however, made him a target of extremist groups who threatened his safety and that of his family. Forced to flee his homeland, Khan embarked on a perilous journey to the United States, seeking asylum and a chance at a safer life. Leaving behind his students, his career, and everything familiar, Khan arrived in the U.S. with little more than the clothes on his back and a glimmer of hope for a brighter future. He carried with him the memories of his beloved Afghanistan and the heavy weight of uncertainty about what lay ahead. Khan's journey was fraught with danger and uncertainty. He braved treacherous land routes and endured harrowing conditions, all driven by the desperate desire to protect his family and rebuild their lives. Upon arriving in the U.S., Khan believed that the worst was behind him. He had escaped the immediate threat of persecution and was eager to contribute to his new community. However, he soon realized that the path to asylum would be far more challenging than he could have ever imagined. Lost in translation language barriers in the immigration court, Khan's asylum hearing was a bewildering and disheartening experience. The complexities of the legal system, coupled with the formidable language barrier, made it nearly impossible for him to effectively communicate his story. Although a translator was present, the nuances and complexities of Khan's experiences were often lost in translation. Key details of his harrowing escape from Afghanistan and the dangers he faced back home were not adequately conveyed, hindering his ability to present a compelling case for asylum. The language barrier served as an insurmountable obstacle, preventing Khan from fully understanding the proceedings and advocating for himself. He struggled to grasp the legal terminology and follow the rapid-fire exchanges between the attorneys. The translator, while well-intentioned, could not fully bridge the gap in language and cultural understanding. The result was a sense of frustration and helplessness for Khan, who felt his voice was not being heard. A fateful misunderstanding, waiving the right to appeal. As the hearing concluded, Khan was utterly unprepared for the judge's decision. Due to the language barrier and the complexities of the legal process, Khan unknowingly waived his right to appeal the judge's decision. He left the courtroom that day, believing that he had presented his case to the best of his ability, unaware that a simple misunderstanding had sealed his fate. The weight of the judge's decision, denying his asylum claim, hit Khan with the force of a physical blow. The news that he had waived his right to appeal only compounded his despair. How could he have possibly understood the intricacies of the U.S. legal system, a system so vastly different from anything he had ever experienced? The realization that he had unwittingly relinquished his last chance at justice left Khan feeling betrayed and abandoned by the very system he had hoped would protect him. Section 4. Overwhelmed and understaffed. The crisis in immigration courts. Khan's experience is tragically not unique. The United States immigration court system is grappling with an overwhelming backlog of cases, a shortage of resources, and a lack of transparency. Asylum seekers, like Khan, often find themselves navigating a complex and unforgiving system without adequate legal representation or access to critical support services. The sheer volume of cases has placed an enormous strain on immigration courts, leading to lengthy delays and rushed proceedings. Judges are often forced to make life-altering decisions under immense pressure, with limited time to fully consider the complexities of each case. This backlog has created a system where justice delayed is often justice denied, leaving vulnerable individuals in limbo for years as they await a resolution to their cases. Section 5. Abandoned and alone. Khan's struggle for justice continues. Today, Khan remains in legal limbo, uncertain of his future and haunted by the fear of being sent back to Afghanistan. The trauma of his past, coupled with the stress of his current situation, has taken a toll on his mental and physical health. He feels isolated and alone, struggling to rebuild his life in a country that has yet to offer him the safety and security he desperately seeks. Despite the setbacks and the immense challenges he faces, Khan has not given up hope. He continues to share his story, hoping to shed light on the plight of asylum seekers and advocate for a more just and humane immigration system. Khan's resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure even in the darkest of times. Section 6. A system in crisis. the urgent need for immigration reform. Khan's case underscores the urgent need for comprehensive immigration reform in the United States. The current system, plagued by backlogs, a lack of resources, and systemic inequities, fails to provide fair and timely justice to those seeking refuge within its borders. Addressing this crisis requires a multi-pronged approach, including increasing funding for immigration courts, expanding access to legal representation for asylum seekers, and implementing policies that prioritize fairness and compassion. The United States has a moral obligation to provide a safe haven for those fleeing persecution and violence. By reforming the immigration system and upholding the values of justice and human dignity, the nation can truly live up to its promise as a beacon of hope for those seeking a better life.